In this video, I'll show you how to use the built-in form filler called Keyboard Express to help speed up the sweepstaking process. As you can see, basically it's activated right here because you have the check mark, and to pull up the Keyboard Express you simply press F8. As you may know, some people enter sweepstakes for a living and actually have a very high win rate. Part of this is due to the number of sweepstakes they enter. If you want to maximize your chances of winning various contests and prizes, you need to figure out how to do things more efficiently. It helps get rid of some of the repetitive tasks and helps also make entering more fun. So this video is going to show you just how to do that. So as you recall, this is your list of sweepstakes. You can simply scroll up and down, and right now we have about 2,000 different sweepstakes loaded up. This is your profile, so you would have all your personal information such as your name, address, phone number, and so forth. And also, as you recall, basically if you want to enter sweepstakes, you simply double click it. It would load it up here. You could enter all the information, and remember, this keeps this little window on top, making it super duper convenient. So you'd enter all the information and then you'd close it, and then you'd go on to the next one and say, oh, I like this sweepstakes, and again then you just fill in all the information here. You can move this little window around, fill that in, close that when you're done, and again go up and down the various sweepstakes. Of course, when you're finished them, you simply click this green check mark and it marks it as done. So if we expanded this window, you can see that right now it says you have one entry, and the last entry was today. So anyways, we'll just close that for now. And I'll show you how to use the Keyboard Express. So right now I'm going to show you how to use Keyboard Express. So let's load in a sweepstake. So again, I just double click it and it loads it up right here. Now normally you'd have all this information that most people would type out by hand. Well, since you've stored the information in your profile, which of course you can edit by clicking this little person icon with the little pencil, let's do that. So it'll pop it up. You can see, for example, we have Miss Jane Smith, just random phone number, random street, state, the country, the date of birth, and so forth. There's of course all these other fields. For example, some sweepstakes want you to recommend friends. Some might want you to create accounts. Some might ask for information like this. So of course all of that information is optional, but you can also have that filled in as well. So right now we'll close that. So remember, it says Jane A. Smith, and the company she works for is Main Company, and that's the phone number right here. So basically, you see this Keyboard Express thing here, you press F8 and it'll give you a little pop-up menu. So we go into this field, you push the F8 button, and it pops this up. So it has all that different information we just saw. So for example, the name, you have the full name or just first, middle, last, personal details such as your age, job, sex, gender, title, website address, your full address, and all these different details. So right now we just simply want to, let's say, do the first name. You just go here and then it actually types in the first name. And one thing that's really beautiful about this is it's actually typing it out. It's sending keystrokes through your computer. So what's really nice, a lot of companies actually want you to visit the actual sweepstakes form, so you're preventing any kind of disqualification because you're visiting the form and actual keystrokes are being sent, so you're typing it out. So again, we just go down here, press the F8 key again, so now we're on the last name field, so we pop that up, and then we simply go last name, and then it types that up. Then we push F8, we go down to address and just type in address line 1. And for example, we have 123 Main Street. Of course, we can correct that and it would be Main Street. And then of course, go on the city. So you press F8 again, go down to address, and then type in city. And then it would type in Orlando, the zip code, F8 again, go down to address, and then have the zip. So we want the full zip code right here. And then of course the email address. And that's basically how you fill this in with the Keyboard Express. So as you can see, it's really easy and it's really comfortable, so you don't have to constantly retype information. And then of course, if you made a mistake in your initial profile, you can simply erase that go into the profile, click right here, and it'll just load up. And then we find the street name, so we want to call it Main Street. Then you save the changes like that. It says it's been saved. And then basically we can go back down to the address right here, press the F8 key, pops this information up, go to address line 1, and now of course you see that it's correct. So again, the beauty of the Keyboard Express is it remembers the information, so it helps prevent mistakes, so you always enter the correct information. And then it also really speeds things up. So as you saw, that was super duper easy to do. And then of course you'd fill in that information, you'd click on the submit button, and then you just go on to the next sweepstakes. So let's say we filled in all this information, and if we clicked on the submit, it would obviously enter it. I'm not going to do that right now because this is just a demonstration, so I'd close this window. And let's say we found another sweepstakes we wanted to go on to. Let's say, yeah, this Malibu thing looks interesting. So we click that, scroll down, and again, here's the first name field. So you click on it, push F8, pops up this little menu, goes first name. Last name, push F8, name, and then last name. And then your email address. And then let's add an email to this profile. Let's say jane@janesmithperson.com. So you click Save Changes like that. Saves the changes. So you go to email address and then press F8. Go down to email address like that, and you can see it just types that in. And of course you'd fill in all the other information and then click enter when you're done. And then when you're finished that, simply go on to other sweepstakes. So that's basically how you use this form filler, and it really helps speed things up. Since you're still visiting the actual entry forms, usually the sponsors want you to see what you're entering as well as the prizes and any kind of advertising, so you're seeing that. So you're working with them, and at the same time you're making things a little bit easier for yourself, and of course maximizing your winning chances. So if you haven't already, you can download and get this software. Simply go to the pro.winningprizesearch.com website, click on download, and let's move this out of the way here. Enter your name, email address, and you'll get a free 7-day trial. It's fully functioning, and it'll generate the license key to your name. If you want to become a full member, simply click on the purchase. There's deals if you want to become a yearly member. Very good deal, and just because of all the time it saves you, and the fact that it consistently automatically loads in new prizes, various different companies for you to enter. Anyways, if you have any questions or comments, please do leave them in the video comments section below, or use our contact form by clicking contact right here and just fill in your details. Thanks, and have a great day.